What's going on, everybody? Welcome back inside the Janitor's Closet. We hope you guys are having a very good Friday and a great start to your Easter. Josh Frey-Sam, Bryce Hunt with you guys. And the last time we left these people, Bryce, these fine folks, we were just two kids hoping to get off to a good start on the MLB season, the 2026 summer. And that, sir, you have done just that. 9-2 out of the gates, off the rip, plus 5 units, a little over 5 units actually, in the green. We are rolling out of the gates so far. And now, Bryce, we have a couple of nice little Easter eggs to give to the fine folks here inside the Janitor's Closet in the form of 3 plays on the April 3rd slate for the folks that are off work and sitting back and watching some daytime baseball because we can on this fine day. Bryce, quickly before we get to the plays, let's check in with the man of the hour here, yourself, and you've got us off to a nice start once again. We talked about in the first video how we're toying around with our model a little bit, and we're figuring out some new things, and it seems like it's been some nice returns early on.
Yeah, it's been a lot of first five overs, which is unexpected. Usually we're all over the first five market, but especially the overs at this time of year, we know weather's huge. I've been checking more weather reports than you'd believe. It's kind of unhealthy how much I'm just looking up weather for Chicago, wind for Chicago, stuff like that. But it's paid fruitful to this point, and we're gonna hopefully keep it rolling with 3 plays today for April 3rd.
No doubt, man. No doubt. All right. Well, let's get into it. Let's not keep the folks waiting any longer. We are maybe actually before we get into that, I will make them wait just a slight longer because I got to do my rant here and let the folks know to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure that if you are not doing so already, there is a link in our description to subscribe to our newsletter, and that will get you our plays as soon as we are playing them all summer long. And also be sure to subscribe to or to follow us on X on if you are not doing so already, where Bryce will post some extra plays from time to time as well when they are coming up. So at TJC Bets on X. All right, Bryce, we got all that out of the way. Let's get to our plays here. We are starting in the U.S. Capitol, Nationals Park here, where we've got to play between the defending champion Los Angeles Dodgers and the Washington Nationals.
That's right, Josh. And we mentioned in the last video the Dodgers were blacklisted from this channel a few times over the last couple of years. Not the case so far. I mean, they're 1-0 for us, and we're going to look for them to go 2-0 for us today. We're going to go with the Nationals Dodgers first five over 4.5. This is going to be a 1.5 unit play. You're going to see as the calendar month flips to April, we're going to start bumping up these unit prices as we can trust our model a little bit more, trust some of the changes and tweaks we're seeing from pitchers. And that's kind of one of the guys that's on the mound for Los Angeles today. Emmett Sheehan was a guy that a lot of people were high on. I think coming into the season, we knew he was going to get a starting rotation spot with some of the injuries they have going on. He looked good in spring, but in his first start, Josh, he was running out of juice pretty quick. Is a trend that we've seen from him as the start goes on. We're seeing a dip in velocity, a dip in spin. Also worth noting, Washington has Miles Michaelis on the mound. I'm not going to say too much about that. We know Miles Michaelis. We know this Dodgers offense. So that's kind of, the side of the coin you have to argue here is Emmett Sheehan going against the Washington Nationals offense, which we're hoping to just get as anything that we can. We've seen a couple of these plays where we're getting the overpaid for by one team. This is we're always looking for a little bit of juice from both sides. Josh, one thing to note here: Nationals Park, which we got burned on last year. It's burned into my memory forever. Mackenzie Gore striking out 13 Philadelphia Phillies on opening day because of those nasty shadows that come around 4 5 p.m. local time in Washington. I did confirm this is a 1 o'clock start local in Washington, so we should be avoiding that. That would obviously do horrible things for the over, but we do hopefully not have to worry about that until after the first 5 innings. So we will be taking the over for all those reasons I just listed, Josh. First five over 4.5 for 1.5 units here. Dodgers Nats.
All right, yeah, let's keep those shadows at bay and let's go cash another play here. Let's move on to right field in the Windy City here. We've got our Toronto Blue Jays taking a trip out to visit the Chicago White Sox.
So we're going to do the Nerfy here, Josh. No run, first inning. This is going to be a 2 unit play, and we might have to do a little bit of line shopping here to find our best line. Not a ton of juice on some of the sports books this morning, and that's because this is going to be our worst run environment weather-wise. This is via Ballpark Pal, who's put out some really great stuff. You can check out their content. They've been great as far as posting these daily cheat sheets as far as weather, precipitation, wind, all that stuff, park factors goes. They kind of have it all going on there. Minus 19% in the run environment here for the Jays and the White Sox. And we have two pitchers on the mound here, Josh, Dylan Cease and Grant Taylor, that are some of the nastiest in the business. We know we got a firsthand look at Dylan Cease's 12 strikeout game in his first start against the A's. Usually just a fastball slider guy, see ball, try and hit ball. You got to guess right on him. He's opened up that arsenal now. It looks like he's got 5 to 6 pitches that he can at least mix in if he can't trust, which does a lot for a pitcher who was primarily a 2 pitch guy. And Grant Taylor on the other end, we know probably going to be a household name by the end of the year, in my opinion. Out of that Chicago White Sox bullpen, throwing in the 100s. He'll be an opener for the White Sox today. And that's all we're going to need him for is the 1 inning. He should get 2 right-handed batters. We know that stuff's disgusting. We're going to take our chances with 2 great pitchers, a great run environment. We don't have as much juice here, but there's a lot going in the favor of the Nerfy for 2 units here, Jays, White Sox.
Okay, all right, and let's wrap this thing up here with we're going to Anaheim. We're going out west here, and we're going to Angels Park, and we have the Seattle Mariners taking a trip out to visit the Angels. What do we got to wrap up this Good Friday here?
Yeah, we're going to Anaheim. You mentioned it, man. A lot of home openers for teams today. I know Fenway Park, Yankee Stadium, a lot of teams on the East Coast. We already touched on the Washington Nationals. A lot of East Coast teams having their home openers today. It's almost like a second opening day. It's a special time, man. I love this second week. A little bit of extra juice in the building. We're going to have the Nerfy here as well, Josh. 2 Nerfies for us today. Seattle, Los Angeles. For 1 unit, we have Brian Wu and Reed Detmers on the mound for us here in a neutral weather environment, which, we'll take it when we have a guy in Brian Wu who we know is a stud, an ace, a guy we can trust against any lineup. This is going to be up to Reed Detmers, we're thinking and projecting. We know he's a guy who has all the strikeout upside in the world. At one point, he was great for them as a starter, kind of fell off the rails a little bit, picked it up last year again, late in the bullpen, and they're giving him another chance to start in that rotation. He had 9 strikeouts in his first start of the year. We know that strikeout upside is obviously something important when you get into trouble in these Nerfy situations, not something they're worried about per se, but they're always worried about limiting runs against them. The Los Angeles Angels the Seattle Mariners just below average against left-handed pitching last year. A little bit slow out the gates. Take that with a grain of salt, small sample size. They had a series with the Yankees, so they saw the likes of Max Fried. Not easy to face those guys, as we know. So we're going to need Reed Detmers, 3 outs, Brian Wu, 3 outs, Seattle, Los Angeles, no run first inning for 1 unit as our third and final play today.
Absolutely love it, man. I'm fired up. The Nerfies are back, man. I'm fired up. Easy 6
Special.
outs. That's all we need, folks. You know what the deal is. We got 3 plays on the board. We're 9-2, over 5 units in the green. We got another 4.5 units on deck here for us on this very good Friday. Just a quick recap: Los Angeles Dodgers and the Washington Nationals first 5 over 4.5 for 1.5 units. We got Toronto Blue Jays and the White Sox no run first inning for a couple units, and then we've got the Seattle Mariners and Los Angeles Angels no run first inning for 1 single unit. Bryce, let's have a good Easter here. Let's hope these we got a couple of really nice Easter eggs that we've laid here for the folks, and let's make sure that we are wearing some sunglasses the next time that we are visiting the folks here on YouTube.
Special, man. Let's do it. Happy Easter, folks.
All right, guys, make sure one last time, like the video, subscribe to the channel, give us a follow on X at TJC Bets, and make sure you click the link in the description to get on that newsletter. Other than that, we wish you a happy Easter, Good Friday, all that good stuff, and we will see you guys next time.